Am I recording? I am. See the red light? That means it's recording, okay? Hey guys, Kevin from Panther Lights here. I don't really know how to start this, but I'm gonna be recording a lot more videos in hopes to create some more content for you guys. And I thought today was a good place to start because I'm gonna be assembling a custom Crown Vic headlight that I built only one other time. So make sure that you stay to the end of the video so you can see some of the unique features that the headlight has, but as well as the actual light output of the low beam and the high beam. But first, let me show you some of the material that's gonna be going into this headlight and how I put it together. So this is all of the parts going into this headlight. As you see, everything is already painted, cut, modified, ready to install. And if you think that this is absolutely ridiculous, it's because that it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started assembling the headlight and take you guys along for the ride. Cue the time lapse. All right guys, there you have it. As you can see it behind me, the new headlight is playing one of my custom show modes powered by the Blue Ghost controller. But what I want to go over next is quite a bit more important than that, and that's the actual performance of the low beam and the high beam. So if you take a look over here, you'll see the way I have this set up. We have the new dual projector headlight assembly that we put together, as well as an OEM reflector headlight. Both of them are set on the table, pointed directly at the same spot on the wall. And what I'm gonna do next is power up the OEM reflector headlight and point it directly at my lux meter. We're gonna take a couple measurements and then connect the new projector headlight that we put together and do a real world comparison. So I'm gonna set the camera down on the bench right next to these headlights and then show you what the beam patterns look like on the wall. Hey Siri, turn the shop lights off. All right, I have the shop lights off with the headlights mounted to the table, pointed directly at the sensor of my lux meter hanging on the wall. I'm gonna turn the power supply on and show you what the OEM reflector headlight looks like in low beam. That is the halogen reflector low beam of a 98 to 2011 Ford Crown Victoria. As you can see, it is relatively flat for the most part with a little bit of a spike right here in brightness. Let me show you how this stacks up. And you can see from the meter that it's measuring right around 243 lux. Now that number doesn't necessarily mean anything at this given point. Let me turn the high beam on, get that measurement, and then we'll have something to compare it to. And this is the high beam of that same headlight. You can see the beam pattern is still relatively the same, just a lot taller, and the hot spot's still in the same place. Let's see how that one stacks up. And you can see from the meter that it's right around 460 lux. Now again, these numbers don't necessarily tell the whole story until we get the next headlight up and running. Let me do that now. All right, I have the power supply switched over to the new style headlights that we just finished up today. I'm gonna turn the power supply on and show you what the low beam looks like and compare that to the OEM reflector headlight. As you can see, this is substantially sharper and much more controlled than the halogen reflector headlight. It's a beautiful sharp cutoff line, a lot of color, and a lot of intensity directly in the center where it should be. Let's take a closer look at the measurement on the wall. .516 and climbing. Now, due to the nature of HID projectors, this number could grow for the next minute or two as the HID bulbs warm up, but we're hovering right around 515, 524 as you can see, 525, 526, you get the point. But as you can see, we're hovering right around 540 at this time. So I'm gonna take a step back, show you the beam pattern one more time, and we're gonna turn on one of two of the high beams. Yes, that's right, I said two high beams. Let's get that switched over and see what that looks like. And this is the high beam function of the bi-xenon HID projector that's installed on the low beam section of that headlight. You can see that there is a massive hot spot directly in the center where it needs to be, right at that light. So I'm going to take a look at the measurement here. Wow, just under 700 lux. Again, as you can see, it's going to continue to climb for a little while as the HIDs warm up, but we're going to hover right around 698, 699-ish. Now, let me go ahead and get the second high beam powered up and show you what that looks like. All right, guys, this is absolutely insane. This is the high beam from the HID projector as well as the high beam from the dedicated LED projector that's installed in the turn signal section of the Crown Vic headlight. As you can see, it is quite a bit more intense in the centerpiece here. Let's take a look at how that measures. Oh my goodness, 1,136. This should stay relatively stable for the most part. Any increase or changes that you see is going to be from the HID still warming up. The LED is instant on, instant brightness at 100% at all times. But guys, there is nothing else on the road right now that is able to give you this sort of functionality. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. As I said in the beginning, I'm gonna be doing a lot more videos. So if you like what you see or if you enjoyed this video in any way, please send me a like and a subscribe. Shoot me a message down below as well of any other future videos that you'd like to see. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to try and get these answered on another video. But until next time, take care of yourself.